Hello, this is Darren DePaul, the voice of Emperor Valkorion, and you're watching another video by Vulkk.
Greetings from Bulgaria, I'm Vulkk, and if anybody asks you what kind of a video related to Star Wars The Old Republic is extremely personally opinionated, you should point them out to this series. Welcome guys, as promised, I continue showing you my own outfits with the idea of expanding this series in the future for characters that aren't mine, but actually will be featured here because their armor sets are awesome. Looking at the screen, we see my Commando. This guy exists since almost the very first days of the game, and that is why for so long he has been wearing the original Rakata outfit. If you have been playing the game for long enough, you probably know that Rakata used to be the endgame hard mode and nightmare kind of gear back in 2011-2012. Later, it was removed by BioWare, and for a very long time, Rakata was unique and only accessible to those people who farmed the gear while it was in-game. Later on, we received some kind of a replacement, namely called Donium Asylum. I will type that somewhere probably below in the video description so you can copy that. It is craftable gear, and actually it originates from Trimantium Asylum. This is craftable by Armor Mech, and if I remember correctly it was level 50 something required. So easy to get it, maybe not so easy for a brand new character. There is another gear that looks similar to that. I will show you the Section X set in a moment. First, let's take a look at the actual parts that my guy is outfitted with. This is the Section Guardian helmet. This is the Section X helmet, which actually looks different for both Republic and Empire. I dare say the Empire version looks cooler and more badass, but I will not show it here. And for those of you who don't know how it looks, it's cheap enough. Go to the Section X on Boss Office and check it for yourself. The rest of the outfit is all Rakata. Rakata Eliminator's chest guard, the Rakata gauntlets. This actually, I forgot to replace. I do have the Rakata belt, but it looks exactly the same as far as I can remember. And this, in this case, is the Section X Guardian belt. Below we've got the leg pants from the Rakata set as well, the Rakata boots, and last item finishes the collection is the Rakata Van braces. Complicated name for such a simple person. My favorite heavy weapon in the whole game. The video is entitled Heavy Armor, of course, but we know that all kinds of armors are adaptive these days, so if you want to, you can wear these Rakata lookalikes that I will tell you about in a moment, and I'll show you the one that I mentioned from Section X, for example. You can wear those on light armor class if you want to, if you like the design. I keep calling them Heavy Armor because they indeed look heavy, and they used to be the first original badass high-end, no, not high-end, but end-game gear for level 50. I have to say, it's lacking details here and there. You would probably notice that some of the details are smudgy. Actually, much of the decorations here are just textures and painted. They are not 3D, which is a shame. I don't know how tough it would be for BioWare to redesign these or update these. You can see some weird pixelization here in the visor. I never learned how to pronounce that word. The gun is also very old. It is craftable, by the way, just because it says E-403. That should tell you that it's craftable. I can't tell you the requirements for crafting these, but the last time I checked on GTN, at least on the Red Eclipse server, they were ridiculously cheap. Why I love that gun, let me demonstrate. Do you hear that unique sound? While I was choosing a weapon for myself, I never managed to find a weapon that sounds so cool like this one. That would probably be enough. As I've mentioned earlier, the Rakata set doesn't exist anymore in the game, but you can very easily find something to replace it with on GTN. Let's jump back to the GTN and I will show you what exactly I mean by this. Here we are in front of my personal own GTN kiosk, and I've already typed, because it's a complicated name and I didn't want to mess up during the video recording. Yonium Asylum is the name of the item. They are not that cheap, but if you can craft them for yourself, you don't have to spend that amount of money. If you cannot craft them for yourself, well, that's still relatively low price if you like the design of this outfit and this set. It is almost identical to the original Rakata, and unfortunately we don't have a chest here displayed, but I can show you all the other parts. They really do look alike. There is slight change in the detail of the belt, and it's entirely up to you to decide which one do you actually prefer. Of course, you can dye those things, all of them. The default colors may not be to your appeal. The default color of the Rakata armor set is white, black with some gray, dark gray details, and that's the absolutely best that I can ask for. Now, let's jump to Section X on Belsavis. If you don't know, this is one of the earliest and first daily areas released in Star Wars: The Old Republic. Here we are, my friends, right in the middle, the starting area of Section X. That's where it's located. You can't actually access Section X legally without climbing through mountains and such. You can only access it via teleportation or just using the terminals available. And this is the vendor. You can actually see that this guy is using the same armor, something that pretty much all of the other vendors in the game are doing. When they sell armor, they usually wear it for demonstration purposes. Opening the vendor, you will see that he, she, whatever, sells other things as well. Here are the prices. I should definitely mention that this is a ridiculously low price for such a cool set. There is a limitation though. You are required to have champion standing with the Republic 5th Assault Battalion. These days, those things don't take too much time, they're easy to farm, and I think it's worth it. Champion is actually easily farmable in, I can't really tell you how long you need, how many weeks. I've maxed out all of these reputations so long ago, and I've forgotten the weekly resets, the weekly caps and such. One thing I should mention is that I do have the Kulumi helmet. But because I don't like the set, I can't remember if I was silly enough to throw away the cool looking Rakata, or maybe I never obtained the Rakata helmet on my Commando so many years ago. And I should mention that it does look a little bit out of place. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I personally don't like it. Let me show you in reality how this thing looks. Whoa. Whoa, I did a silly thing. We apply the change, and there it is. This is the true, really looking outfit for the Rakata Republic Commando. Now that I look at it so many years later, I don't actually think it's ugly. It used to look like an egg to me, but now with that badass gun, because I was using something else when I originally outfitted my guy with Rakata, that gun actually sits very nicely and the helmet doesn't stick too much out. Well, what do you think? The Heavy Armor Rakata is still my favorite by far, and that's the main reason why I've been using it for so many years on my Commando. And that's also the reason why I've bought so many sets from the Section X vendor, because they look cool, they're cheap, and they're legacy bound. Remember that the legacy bound thing is really important these days in the game. Let me know what is your favorite set, and please keep in mind that YouTube usually blocks and treats as spam comments with links, so you have to describe, or if you want to show me a picture, do that on Twitter and Facebook and link it to me, of course. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you want your own character with insanely awesome, cool looking and innovative armor set and outfit style to be featured in a next video or in a future video from the series, let me know, contact me, info@vulkk.com. See you next time, guys. Bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Click the like button and help me out. Visit my website vulkk.com for daily videos and news. To help me improve and expand, consider becoming my patron with a small monthly pledge. And stay in touch by following me on Facebook and Twitter.